So let's take a look at this. What you're seeing here is video of Border Patrol Commander Gregory Bovino tossing what looks like a can of gas towards a crowd in Little Village. You see people running away there. This happened during another immigration enforcement operation that quickly escalated. New tonight, attorneys suing the government over the use of chemical agents are now arguing that Bovino is violating a judge's order that was set in place earlier this month that bans agents from using tear gas or pepper spray unless there's a clear threat. Our investigative reporter Bennett Haeberle is here now joining us with that part of the story. Bennett?
Yeah, Stefan, that filing came late this afternoon and included a still image of Bovino. Attorneys representing the protesters say they have significant concerns that the government is simply ignoring the court's temporary restraining order. Federal Judge Sarah Ellis, on more than one occasion, has raised concerns that her temporary order isn't being followed. Her order came in response to a lawsuit filed by protesters, clergy, and journalists who alleged that the agents' use of tear gas and pepper spray was improper and violated their constitutional rights to assemble. Judge Ellis has pointed to a few examples that gave her pause, one being this immigration enforcement operation in Albany Park back on October 12th. It came days after that temporary restraining order went into effect, which bars agents from using tear gas or pepper spray on people unless there is a threat. She also mentioned this incident on October 14th in Chicago's East Side neighborhood. There, Border Patrol agents were involved in a chase, a crash, and the arrest of two people they said had entered the U.S. illegally. In both cases, a top-level Border Patrol official testified that the use of chemicals was justified because those who gathered either blocked agents from leaving or threw objects like eggs or bricks. Today, in Little Village, cell phone video uploaded to social media shows Border Patrol agents apprehending people in the streets as a crowd gathered, yelling and demanding that the agents leave. Tear gas can be seen being deployed. We recently interviewed Dr. Rohini Har, an ER doctor and co-author of a 2023 study that examined the risk of exposure to tear gas and pepper spray.
We looked at something like 25 years of data on the health harms of crowd control weapons, and among those, chemical irritants like tear gas and pepper spray. And I think the key takeaway is that they're thought to be harmless and just be, good crowd control agents, but actually they do cause a lot of health issues, both short-term and long-term.
We have reached out to DHS and Border Patrol. We're still waiting to hear back on today's specific incident, but they in general have said that our officers take every reasonable precaution to mitigate dangers to those exercising their First Amendment rights. However, when faced with violence or attempts to impede law enforcement, our officers, in their words, will take, quote, legal and necessary steps to ensure their safety and that of the bystanders, up to and including the use of force. Now, we have followed up to ask specifically about the use of chemical agents and why they were necessary today. We are also working on a story about all this for our news on Sunday. Stefan?
Bennett Haeberle asking the questions tonight. We appreciate it, Bennett. Thank you.